Ha ha ha.
Hey.
22nd of January.
Thanks for coming back again.
3 weeks into January. Oh, subscribe.
I've got my red
subscribe,
glasses for New Year.
Still got that cough.
Oh, blimey, has that not gone away yet? Are you taking medicine?
They're very olive.
From on the buses, you cheeky fucker.
Stan!
Fortunately, we're not old enough to remember that, are we?
No. Apparently it was big in the 70s.
Wouldn't know.
The sun is out today. We're sat in front of a window.
The sun will come out.
Is making us look at least 22 round the neck.
I wonder. I see. I knew it was going somewhere. I just.
It wasn't going anywhere actually. I just think it's very. We're in 4K. If you ever watch on.
We're in what?
We're in 4K on.
You might be.
We are on. If you watch on a big screen on your television on your new 60-inch big television on the wall, it's in 4K.
Does that mean I've got even deeper wrinkles?
We're in 4K. No. We can rub them out in edit in post.
Except he won't. He won't do that. He won't take the time and actually be bothered to do it.
We're in 4K. We're in 4K.
Fine.
Yeah, they manage on EastEnders.
Do you upload it in 4K though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that takes a bit of time as well.
It does. Yeah. So give over.
Super fast broadband.
So the more we waste, the longer it's going to take to upload later. Right, what's on the top? Because you're responsible for this week.
Last week, we suggested that I'd seen this thing that was the 5 reasons that people are grumpy.
Oh, yes.
And I wanted to see whether that's the 5 reasons that we are grumpy.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's going to be.
I've no knowledge of this.
Okay, I think it's going to be other things. So, number 1, they say burning the midnight oil. Some people brag about their ability to sleep for 4 or 5 hours of night, but they don't realise there may be a connection between sleep deprivation and crankiness. Now, I sleep better.
Well, first of all, how do they not know that?
Well,
you're cranky if you don't get enough sleep.
Well, that's obvious, really. But I don't think that's why I'm grumpy, because I sleep apart from waking up 4 times and going for a wee each night, but...
At least you wake up.
I do wake up. Exactly. Oh, and there's the thing they don't tell you before you're 50.
What have they told me before I'm 50?
Cheeky. That you wake up a lot.
I don't. I'm fortunate I don't yet. Very occasionally if I've drunk a decent amount.
Anyway, that's a side issue. No. Does sleep deprivation make you grumpy? Grumpier?
Yes, probably it does. Very rarely do I get sleep deprivation because, as you know, I can sleep standing up.
Oh my god! It's like I can be talking to him and he's gone. It's like he's there, and he's just like, if we're in an airport lounge, for instance, like I'm just doodling, reading, whatever, and it's like fast asleep.
Yeah, fast asleep.
Right, that's number 1, which I don't particularly agree with. Reason why I'm grumpy.
The times I have been deprived of sleep, I have been very cranky. So yeah.
Am I more grumpy when I'm tired? Maybe.
Is that number 2?
No. The number 2 reason that you're grumpy is actually because you're hangry. So you're hungry.
Actually, going back to number 1.
Oh, wow, okay.
If I've got tired and I'm not home, then I get...
End of the day, cranky.
Well, just kind of like, I want to be at home now.
Yeah.
So then I start getting cranky because I just want to leave and go home. So, number 2.
That makes sense. Hungry. So you're hangry. So in fact, if you eat... Then, do you remember my ex used to be like that all the time? I used to have to carry tracker bars in my bag because just halfway through a day out, suddenly he'd be like a cranky bastard.
Yeah, no, that doesn't affect me at all, actually.
Then give him a tracker bar, it was absolutely fine again.
Quite often I can get to like 8 o'clock at night and suddenly go, oh, I've not eaten anything all day.
Okay.
And anything. I've survived on coffee all day.
I understand how that does make some people grumpy, but I don't think that affects really either of us, to be fair.
No, I mean, I love my food and I love eating 3 times a day, but I'm not getting to 11 o'clock in the morning going, I haven't had breakfast and I've got to stop on a motorway service station and buy a £20 burger. No, it's literally just... Yep. I'll eat when I can get a chance to eat. I think a lot of people are like that. They eat, particularly if you're on the go all day long at work, you just eat when you can grab a bite.
Yeah, exactly. But it does make some people angry, as we know.
Okay, yeah.
Number 3 in this list is what they call caffeine as fuel. They say it's good to have 1 cup of coffee a day, but if you have more than that, and that jacks you up and it makes you more irritable so that you go at people.
What too much caffeine makes you...
Too much caffeine makes you grumpy.
Me. No, not me. No. And
I don't think that is you.
No,
because
I drink coffee all... if I'm working from home,
Well, I mean, I don't know. If you didn't drink coffee for a week,
I'd probably be grumpy if I didn't drink coffee. Actually, if I had caffeine withdrawal, because
says me, glugging away on it.
But you like your caffeine in a coffee shop at Costa. Costa, we still haven't had our sponsorship, but
Which is why I'm drinking out of one of these. mugs.
But I like Starbucks. But I'm quite content. So if I'm working from home, I can have pots of coffee on the go on the filter machine, so I can get through 10, 20 cups of coffee.
So 3 reasons that the psychologists say we are grumpy, we don't actually agree with. We'll come to the reasons that we think we are grumpy in a moment. And I've got, I know what it is for me. So
I haven't prepared that.
Well, you better start thinking about it. It's like, number 4 definitely doesn't apply to us.
Oh, well, tell me what it is.
It's that time of the month.
Oh, yeah, menstruation.
Don't joke about it, because you will get into trouble.
Menopause.
You'll definitely get into trouble. I mean, the menopause is a real thing.
That is a real thing.
That's
a
real thing.
Yeah.
But that is not the reason that we
So
get grumpy
hormonal.
on a cycle.
But I do think men become
Men's hormones,
hormonal, but
yeah.
I don't think. I mean, using.
So they could have written the headline better.
Yeah, he could have.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
it's
they could have.
hormonal. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
fair.
I think
That's fair.
we've all got hormones that just Anyway.
While you're listening to us talking about this, if you've got a reason that makes you grumpy, whack it in the comments, because I'd be fascinated to see. So that's number 4, and I haven't really agreed with any of these.
What's number 5?
Number 5 is underlying mood disorder. So you're either bipolar or you've got depression already. Now, yes, that can make you grumpy, but I don't think that's me particularly.
I think it's more likely to make you solitary or not want to go out, but grumpy. Don't know. I'll tell you what. Is that number 5?
That was number 5.
The one that makes. I think the thing. I've been racking my brains. What makes me the grumpiest in a given day?
From healthline.com. Thanks, we don't really agree.
People that helpline.com. Thanks, helpline.com.
Healthline.
Oh, Healthline.
Still rubbish.
Is people in front of me. So I don't mean in the car. Don't mean right, but people not ready to go when the traffic lights change. People in front of me leaving the supermarket. So all of a sudden, people walk away from the checkouts or the self-service, and they're walking from there to the door, and suddenly they feel this need to walk at half a mile an hour.
That is, with all due respect.
And this invisible bubble round them that means I can't see anyone behind me or aside of me trying to get past me.
With all due respect, that is nothing to do with proximity. That is to do with impatience with people, and that is what it is. That's what we both suffer from. We both suffer from maximum impatience with other people. We are very not tolerant of other people, and I think that comes down to a lot of
my
our
tolerance. Maybe I might not enjoy being tolerant, but I am tolerant. I might not enjoy being tolerant. So I won't say anything, but I'll be like, oh, for God's sake, get out of my way.
You won't say anything to them right there. Did you get on the phone to me? You never guess what happened today.
But I'm still tolerant of them. I'd still, if somebody was struggling to push their trolley out because they were infirm or whatever, I'd still help them. I'd still.
Yeah, but you're not being grumpy with them. You're being grumpy with the 10 people in front of them that haven't gone fast enough.
Yeah, true.
And shall I tell you the other thing that I think it comes down to? And I know with me, this is very much why I get grumpy, is I'm a control freak. No. And when I am not in control...
No.
Exactly. Sure you didn't know that. When I'm not in control of something, that makes me very grumpy. Yes. Indeed.
Yes, it makes him very grumpy.
And that can be timetables and waiting for people. It can be waiting to hear about a job. It can be all of those things, and it's all encompassing the control freakery.
Okay, so if you can't control the situation, the narrative on it, it's if somebody says they're going to do something and they're not going to do it, you can't control. Okay, I think we've all got an element of that. I think we've all got we get annoyed by people that say
even on my Grindr profile it says hates being kept waiting. We raised it a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? With the dots waiting for the messages to come through. People message you. It's like, what are you doing?
The WhatsApps when you can see them typing, and then you're like, did you just go and make a cup of tea before you click send? It's far easier to just pick up the phone and talk to me.
Don't want to do that either.
Yeah, unless I don't want to talk to you, and then I wouldn't answer anyway. I just add on to that. Somebody rang me the other day on my work number.
He's very clever. He's got 2 numbers on the same phone.
Well, yeah, but it means I can turn it off. So I've still got my personal number for the likes of you.
The likes of me.
And somebody rang me on my work number, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. It was very, it was a very antisocial time.
I wouldn't,
But I did realise I'd forgotten that I programmed Alexa to sync with. So my phone calls on business come through on the phone and on Alexa at the same time. So when you say, no, ignore that.
Yeah.
Then suddenly the Alexa started ringing as well, announcing that
unhelpful.
Which is great when you're working and you can just say, Alexa,
but at 10 o'clock at night when you're not working, not so good.
Yeah, absolutely. So around the house, all the Alexas were going off to say, because it doesn't know what room you're sitting in. So they're all going off to say there's a phone call coming through. I was just, please, I've got to turn that off. I've got to turn that off. But it's very useful when you, at your desk, you just want to ring somebody, you can do it through Alexa.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Anyway, they're the reasons I think I get grumpy. Have you got any other reasons?
Are we gonna do a non-grumpy episode? No. Okay. Right.
That's not what people tune in for.
Okay. All right.
They don't want to see us all happy.
Well, you've had your fill. So
we'll see you next week, though. And then it'll be the end of January, nearly. Next week.
Wind it up.
All right. Bye, loves.